Plate 1. World Map. In front of you is the world map displayed as a relief. You can trace and explore Magellan's journey, in other words the entire route of his sailing adventures, on it. Touch the whole plate with both hands. In the lower right-hand corner, you will find a frame containing a QR code. You can scan it with your mobile phone and listen to the descriptive text for these records whenever you want. At the very top you will find 4 long red triangles. They start from a common center and their tips point in different directions. We call this illustration a compass rose. It shows the cardinal directions. Each tip of the triangle points to the first letter of a cardinal direction. The top points to the north, the bottom to the south, the right to the east and the left to the west. In all street, hiking, and city maps, no matter how old and where they are from, the 4 cardinal directions are in this arrangement. Under the compass rose you will find the world map with oceans and continents. The world is a sphere, and therefore the world map plate should actually be round. That would be a globe. The map in front of you is like a globe cut open vertically. With your left hand, touch the round edge of the surface on the left and with your right hand touch the round edge of the surface on the right of the plate and combine them in your mind to form a sphere. Magellan sailed around the Earth. If you always move in the same direction from one point on the Earth, you will eventually arrive back at the starting point. That is because the Earth is a sphere. Touch lightly across the map. The oceans are light blue and flat. Smaller and larger light brown areas protrude from them. These areas represent the mainland of the continents and islands. At the upper edge, in the north, approximately in the middle, you can find small parts of the Arctic. On the left, you will find North America at the top and South America below it. Further to the right, in the upper part of the relief, is the narrow and strongly structured area of Europe, which then merges with the large area of Asia to the right and extends to the right edge of the map. In the middle of the relief, below Europe, you will feel a large land area. That is Africa. And near the right edge, in the lower half, there is a relatively small area. This is Australia. At the very bottom, there is a narrow horizontal strip. That is Antarctica. On the relief you will also discover 2 yellow lines on which you can feel many small yellow dots, some clearly higher and larger red dots and 6 small purple triangles. These are not elevations that exist in reality, but these lines actually represent Magellan's sea route. The greater the distances between the yellow dots, the faster the ships moved. Thus, you can feel how rapidly or slowly Magellan made progress during certain parts of his journey. The red dots indicate places where the ships stopped for longer periods of time, and the purple triangles are landmarks. These landmarks exist in reality. They are points that can be seen from a distance and are used in navigation for orientation. Find the compass rose again on the plate and at the bottom, facing south, the letter S. From this point, move your hands directly downwards. Your fingers will land on the large elevation of Europa. Inside Europe, at the bottom left, you will feel a slightly higher, rather small, dark yellow elevation with a clear red dot at the bottom. This dark yellow area is Spain, the country where Magellan's journey began in the autumn of 1519. 5 ships, Trinidad, San Antonio, Concepcion, Victoria, and Santiago, with 242 men aboard set sail towards the Atlantic from there. Magellan sailed as chief captain on the ship called Trinidad. We begin our journey at this first red dot on the coast of Spain. On the spot where you felt the red dot, there are 2 yellow lines. At the beginning, they are close together and lead downwards, that is, south. They cross each other. Then one of them goes off to the left, which is west. The other one points to the right, meaning east. Magellan made a circle around the world and sailed around the entire globe. The line moving to the left accompanies us on the outward journey, and the line running from the right edge of the map back to the center led the sailors back to the south coast of Spain after 912 days. Follow the right yellow line to the south. Touch the large brown surface to the right of the line. This continent is Africa. The first solid red dot in the line is the first stop at the Canary Islands of Tenerife. The journey there took 6 days and was about 600 kilometers from the starting point in Spain. Fresh drinking water and food were refilled. Follow the line further down. There the two lines cross. Follow the line that leads to the left. You will come to a place where the line meets a continent, marked by a purple triangle, therefore a landmark. On your journey so far, you have moved your fingers away from Europe and Africa and crossed the Atlantic Ocean, just like Magellan's ships, which took 11 weeks to do so. Feel the area on the left side of the line. The continent you find is South America. If you touch the purple triangle now, you could hear land in sight, on the ship at that time. And where you touch the red dot right next to the triangle, the ships reached the Bay of Rio de Janeiro. Along the coast of South America, the journey continued southwards. So follow the line in this direction as well. Magellan hoped to find a passage somewhere that would lead through South America to the next ocean with the Spice Islands. One place, Rio de la Plata, which corresponds to the next red dot, was explored for a whole 15 days without success and, on top of that, it was getting colder and colder. Find the next red dot and the purple triangle at the very bottom of the point. It is Puerto San Julian, a port in Argentina, and Cape Virgins, where the crew had to spend the winter. There was a mutiny. And then the ship Santiago broke in two during a raging winter storm. After 5 difficult months, the weather calmed down and for the 4 remaining ships Trinidad, Conception, Victoria and the San Antonio, the search for a passage back continued. Another storm came up and the 4 ships lost sight of each other. The men on the San Antonio seized the opportunity and took off with the ship that had loaded the most supplies. Follow the long line that leads you to the left, to the west, through the Pacific, the peaceful ocean. When the 3 remaining ships, Trinidad, Victoria and Conception, found the passage, they had already been underway for 100 days. If you follow the line further, you will again find 2 distinctive purple triangles. These are islands that the sailors passed. Follow the line until it ends at the edge of the map. At this point, remember the sphere you would have in your hand. Trace the round edge of the surface here on the left and the round edge of the surface on the right on the board and form them into a sphere in your mind. So, find the yellow line at the same height on the right side of the plate as a continuation of the line that returns here and circles the sphere, and follow the route of Magellan's circumnavigation around the globe in the Pacific. Your fingers are now on the far right edge and can move on to the left, that is to the west. At the beginning of the line, until the first stop, a red dot, the 3 ships advanced faster. The red dot corresponds to the position in front of the group of islands known as the Philippines. Follow the line further. After that the ships moved more slowly. Find the red dots near the islands. They stopped at the island that Magellan called Thieves Island. After that, the route, and therefore the line you can feel, led to Masoyo Island, where Magellan communicated with the king with the help of the interpreter slave Enrique. Then came the island of Cebu, where Magellan left a cross and condemned the islanders to Christianity. Magellan's last island was Mactan, for there he was killed by an arrow from angry islanders. After Magellan's death, the crew sailed on towards the Spice Islands. Feel the line moving on. The ship Conception was by now so fragile that it sank. Only 2 ships remained, Victoria and Trinidad. Between the small islands, a little further down, you will find 3 red dots on the yellow line. Congratulations, you have discovered the Maluku Islands, the Spice Islands. You were certainly faster than the sailors, as it took them 27 months. The crew was warmly welcomed by the islanders as trading partners. Loaded with 26 tons of cloves, figs, almonds, pomegranates, sugar cane, coconut and sesame seeds, the crew set off back to Spain. Follow the long line further to the left. As the Trinidad became increasingly rickety and leaky, it had to stay behind. As the only remaining ship, the Victoria sailed back to Spain. Your fingers will linger on the triangle at the southern tip of Africa, at the Cape of Good Hope, where the Victoria had to dock by necessity. It was dangerous for the crew there, because their Spanish ship was in an area that then belonged to Portugal. The men lied that they had nothing to do with Spain and Magellan's expedition. But their lie was quickly recognized, and to save themselves, they quickly sailed away. Follow the line upwards, in the direction to the north. There you will find the same place that you already identified as the crossing of the lines on the outward journey. Soon you will find a red point on this line, where another stop was made, and then the last point, which was also the first. With your fingers, you completed the entire circumnavigation of the globe, visiting many continents and oceans, and of course the Spice Islands. On the 6th of September, 1522, after 2 years, 11 months and 2 weeks, the Victoria reached the Spanish port of Sanlúcar de Barrameda, where the legendary trip began. Of the initial 242 sailors, only 18 returned. There was glory for the first circumnavigation of the world, which proved that the Earth was round.